Hey YouTubers, I had to do a quick once around the fish room. It's been a while since I've done this. This is breeding tank, pistogramma, orange flash, and these are the first brood from the triple reds, but looking down at some of them, I think I had a orange flash female in there that the triple red bred with, because I see a lot of orange tails in there. As I said, the second batch, which we'll get to here in a minute, are from a different female, so hopefully they'll be the triple reds. We'll wait and see. So right now it looks like I got a bunch of orange flash that I will be putting up for sale probably this week. So anybody looking for them, you can go to Aquabid, look under the Pisto section, and look for Indie Bird. Those will be my options. So you get there. Mama and Daddy down here have a second brood. Unfortunately, the first brood only made it about 5 days. That last video I put out was the last one, and the next day I couldn't find not a one of them. I think what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to let her raise half the eggs. She's moving them right now off that overturned slate into the upturned slate, because they're just about to wiggler stage, starting to twitch. There's still a few eggs left on that overturned slate, and I think I'm going to put them in a separate container and try to raise them myself, and that way if the others don't make it, at least I'll have the ones that or I'm going to at least try. See what happens there. This is what I used to call the native tank. It's just got kind of a catch-all tank now. The older fish and the ones where I can't quite find a home for or whatever, they end up in here. A couple of crystal shrimp in there, or crystal red shrimp in there, I think, or cherry red. Sorry. An old Buenos Aires tetra, and a couple of pistos. I think there's a agassiz and a double red in there from the old days. I'm not even sure. I don't see them half the time. This is where they go to live out their lives. So come on over here. Got to 55, very overgrown. Need to do a major trim on this. I kept 2 of my koi angels, and I still have about just a handful left that they're still up for sale, onesie twosies. That's the German blue ram that I got from the breeder whose mate died, and I just put him in here in the show tank. He's a stunner anyways, he or she. I believe it's a he. There's an old double red Pisto. He's an old timer. I think that was the original father that started it all, and I think that was one of his first sons. My 2 blues, Philippine blue angels, and there's a long-finned pleco, bristlenose. I'm waiting on Petco or PetSmart or whatever to run another one of their sales on neons or cardinals or rummy nose, any one of the 3, where they got them real cheap, buck a fish kind of thing, and I'm gonna get like a whole truckload of them. They're starting to slowly thin out. They're just coming to end of life. Some of them in there are probably 3, pushing, well, over 3 years old. The other ones are like 2 and 1.5. So most best luck I've ever had, I think, with the neons. I think I got like 4 years out of them one time, a couple of them. But usually they start to drop off at around 3 years. They say they can live up to 5. I don't know. You know, if any of y'all have ever gotten them to live up to 5 years old, let me know. I usually lose them around 3 to 4, somewhere in there. A couple of Serpae tetras, a couple more Buenos Aires. Those were two of the sons of of spawning that I didn't even know happened. It was parents were over in the 20-gallon breeder here, and all of a sudden I just started seeing a couple of fry that made it. So this is mom and dad. The babies are down in here. Yeah, I can't tell whether the camera's picking this up or not. I got the headset on, so but they're down here towards the bottom. They're doing well, no problems there. Got everything going good on this tank. And the 40, these two have not done anything since that last major spawn when I thicken the eggs didn't get fertilized. I pulled them too quick. I think that's what happened there. Or he's not interested anymore, or he's not fertile anymore, or whatever. But for whatever reason, I got a whole batch of white eggs. Everybody else is doing well in there. The plants are horrifically overgrowing. It's springtime, people. You know, business is going nuts. You can see this is really, really in need of a trimming. Look at this S. rippens over here. Look how tall it is. I mean, that's the substrate down there. That's got to be 4, 5, at least 5 inches tall. And this is all S. rippens I trimmed not too long ago. And this has all been pulled up. Some blicks. And I'm getting ready to do a major overhaul on this tank and the 55. I'm going to do a complete rescape on both of these. I got some real interesting stuff in mind. I'm going to go a lot more traditional Dutch, where I'm going to layer the plants down and everything. But you know, that's another video that's coming. But yeah, that's pretty much the excitement for right now. I have got to get busy and get a container, which I'm probably going to use one of these specimen containers, the bigger one, and I'm going to put that lid down in here with a bubbler, and grab that while I'm talking to you. I'll put that lid down in here and stick a bubbler down in it and hang it inside the tank so that it stays the same temperature, and give that a try with what's remaining of those eggs. So I am going to sign off at this point. I did get some really good quality footage with my 35mm over there of the eggs this morning on the upturned slate or pottery bottom, whatever, water catch, whatever the hell you call it, which I will tack on to the end of this video. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and we will see you soon with updates. Thought I'd give you one quick last update. I just moved them into the thing. I'm going to put a fine bubbler on there here in a minute, as soon as I can find one. But there's maybe 10 or so eggs left on that slate, and from what I can tell, she has moved the eggs over into this upturned slate. She likes to do that when they get to the wiggler state. That way I guess you can keep an eye on them a lot better. They're more contained down there, so she's a good mom. I don't think I got a problem with the mother. I think the father was the one that got the last batch after they got about 5 days old, but we'll see what happens. At any rate, you know, I'm going to hedge my bet, and hopefully maybe I get a couple out of this, and we'll see how they do raising them. And you know, hey, if they both do well, and these get to a certain age, and these get to a certain age, I'll just put them back together. But, you know, it's all about learning, so I'm going to experiment this time around. We'll see what happens. Okay, see you soon.
Bye.